Culture and Society by Karina Cabrera. The term culture is difficult to define. In 1952, anthropologist Kroeper reviewed many concepts and definitions of culture and compiled a list of about 164 different definitions. Some of the key characteristics of culture is that number one, culture affects behavior and interpretations of behavior, meaning that although certain aspects of culture are physically visible, their meaning is invisible. Their cultural meaning lies precisely and only in the way these practices are interpreted by the insiders, such as the people that practice the specific culture or are aware of the customs of that culture. An example of this is a Navajo man. Opened the door to the class and stood silently looking at the floor. The Anglo-American teacher said, "Good morning," and waited expectantly, but the man did not respond. The teacher then said, "My name is Mrs. Jones," and again waited for a response. There was none. In the meantime, a child in the room put away his crayons and got his coat from the rack. The teacher, noting this, said to the man, "Oh, are you taking Billy now?" She said, "Yes." The teacher continued to talk to the man while Billy got ready to leave, saying, "Billy is such a good boy. I'm so happy to have him in class." Billy walked towards the man, which was his father, stopping to turn around and wave for the teacher on his way out and saying, "Bye-bye." The teacher responded with a bye. The man remained silent as he left. From a Navajo perspective, the man's silence was appropriate and respectful. The teacher, on the other hand, expected not only to have the man return her greeting, but to have him identify himself and state his reason for being there. This goes to show how culture affects the way we behave and the way we are perceived by others. And finally, another key concept that I found very interesting is two. Culture is both an individual construct and a social construct. Culture is as much as an individual psychological construct as it is a social construct. To some extent, culture exists in each and every one of us individually as much as it exists as a global social construct. Individual differences in culture can be observed among people in the degree to which they adopt and engage in the attitudes, values, beliefs, and behaviors that by consensus constitute their culture. If you act in accordance with those values or behaviors, then that culture resides in you. If you do not share those values or behaviors, then you do not share that culture. Thank you so much for watching.